When the full story of the Great War is finally told, a filing cabinet will be opened in the Navy Department, Bureau of Yards and Docks, headquarters of the Civil Engineer Corps. In these archives is the story of the Naval Construction Battalions, the key to the secret logistics of our war. Through these files, run the roads to victory, for here is the record of the seafaring men who paved the way with their bare hands, bent backs, and muscle power. Inside are their names and deeds. Joe Benson, carpenter's mate,
killed in action.
Paul Davidich, machinist's mate,
killed in action.
Erno Tosini, dynamiter,
killed in action.
Donald MacDonald, ship fitter,
wounded in action.
George Wendelken, concrete worker.
Here. Yeah, I'm still around. George Wendelken. I'll talk for them. We all started together like birds of a feather when the Navy put in a call for experienced construction men. We were the guys who stepped out the Lincoln Highway, kicked a hole under the Hudson, lifted the Empire State 1,000 feet to the sky. We learned our trade building America. We're the power shovel boys, the stevedore kids, the earth movers. Yeah, experienced moving men and rush jobs are our regular routine. We shipped out fast through a West Coast port. You want to know how it was? It was hurry up. Hurry up and load. Carry our victory with us in wooden boxes. Cargo for friends and enemies we had a rendezvous with on some island shore. Pierce steel planks, better known as Marston matting. Big guns for the dog faces and leathernecks. Hurry up and load. Hurry up and wait. Weeks of crossing. Smoke too many cigarettes. Think too many thoughts. Read the flags and start rumors about islands ahead. Weeks and weeks of crossing. Try to pass the time with some fun. Talk about women. Think about women. Wonder when you'll see a real pinup girl again. Try to figure what's ahead, knowing whatever it is you're traveling in good company. Fast, tough company, a task force heading for trouble, but well-heeled for anything. So you watched and waited. And Sunday morning at sea was like going to church back home. Monday morning wasn't just like home. You were going to work, but through enemy waters. You're riding the Navy way, by the gunners, guys' tents, trying not to be trigger happy, but ready and waiting. Nerves on edge, flag high. Upstairs you have friends and enemies. The beginning of an island battle is always a Sky-Navy show. We wait on deck and root for them while they bang out the home runs. Then our Hellcats and Corsairs bat hell out of the jungle beaches. Needling them with .50 caliber. We sweat it out offshore, wondering how much the island will be messed up, because we're the mechanical Joes that have to clean up the mess. Then when the Marines go in, it's our turn to join the beach party. All out for the Philippines. Hit the Amtraks. Cut loose your pontoon causeways. line up your magic boxes. It may be an engineering feat, but to us, it's the routine approach to an enemy-held island. We're the dock builders, officially called construction battalions, supplied by the Navy Bureau of Yards and Docks, administered by the Civil Engineer Corps. To supply an invasion force, you need wharfs and docks, so we roll our own. Over our pontoon bridges must pass the heaviest war equipment in the world. Ship to shore. FOB. FOB. It's hurry up or swim. Hurry up and move. You got an island to build into a base. Move into that island. Move grass. Move underbrush. Move trees. You're in the real estate business now. Moving it around, clearing ground, still smelling of battle. Hurry up and make the grade. Planes are in the sky waiting to land. Supply lines are waiting for roads. You know, they say when the Army and Navy get to heaven, they'll find the Marines guarding the streets. Yeah. Streets built by us Seabees. We put in traffic patterns so fast we don't even hold up traffic. It's hurry up and get out of the way. See what I mean? And all the time, keep cutting more highways for airplanes, airfields. You're the handyman and you use what you find. Log for lumber. Cut to size. Truckload it away. Coral rock for the airfield. Get your power shovel boys to pick it up. Truck it to your site, and you're in business. Get your cat skinners to haul away the landscape and start laying out landing fields in the assembly line. Roll them out like magic carpets. Talk about time studies and symphonies of motion. Mac, we composed our own tune. Rhapsody in Bulldozer. like magic carpets. Marston matting laid out like a jigsaw puzzle and bolted together with horseshoe clips. 1 minute you're a bulldozer jockey bouncing your kidney, the next minute you're a blacksmith on your knees, spot welding. Hurry up and finish. Before you get the heavy bomber field, Marston matted fighter planes are making good use of the coral strips you rolled out on the side. In the meantime, you're in the lumber business. You gotta have a lumber yard before you build a city to house your bomber command. Sometimes you gotta rub your eyes and pinch yourself that it's not all a dream on the outskirts of your own hometown. Everything's done just like it is back in the States, only overnight in a tropical setting. Throw up the walls. Nail down the roof. Build fast, but build straight and solid. Boom city from which to bang away at the Japs. As living quarters go up, the bomber and fighter commands start coming in. Get set to operate before the field is even finished. You gotta have fueling pumps set up. Pumps to trucks to consumer. Yes, sir, you're in the gasoline business, too. You not only build the roads and airfields, but you install and operate service stations. Service for the services. That's us. But every time a payload of bombs rolled off our assembly line for the next island ahead, we got our payoff. At each takeoff, islands. Yeah, we come to islands and build America. We're the beehive boys who specialize in pinpoints on the ocean map. Sharpen them up, then hide them. Camouflage them like needles in a haystack to sew up victory. Then we move on to sew up another island.
All they told us was, you're on your way to an island. Then came the briefing.
Hear this. Now hear this. We're heading for a rough deal. The island to be taken we will build into the most forward base of American operations. The island is called Iwo Jima.
My name's Katz, Carpenter's Mate 3rd. I'm in the crowd at the briefing. And to look at me, you'd never know how scared I was. So was Joe. And Tony. And Tex. Iwo Jima. And this our first trip. Sure, we call the ship's floor a deck, but we're green on invasions. Most of the other guys have shipped around, headed in plenty of places. Guadalcanal, New Britain, Tulagi, Rendova, Munda, Bougainville, Tarawa, Saipan, Tinian, the Marshalls, Salerno, even Italy and Normandy, with the complete prefab harbors. They knew what was ahead. They kept their guns as clean as their mess kits. But we get our first smell of battle on the way to Iwo, when one of our convoy takes a direct hit. And we can't do a living thing but watch. Watch it blow to hell and gone. That's just the beginning of the noise. And then, there it was, Suribachi. Iwo Jima. Then the Marines move in. Then we start moving.
Moving?
That's us. We're the moving men, CB Specials, shipside stevedores. Used to work the ocean ports of both coasts. Now we trot our stuff off the coasts of hot islands. We climb out of one ship and into the next to move cargo out from the bellies of transports to the decks of landing barges. While the battle's going strong. Yes, sir. CB Special Delivery, working with the Army Service Troops, delivering the goods.
While the battle rages and our shipmates, the stevedores, are getting set, we ride ahead to be on shore and receive the equipment. That ride is worse than the Coney Island loop-de-loop. The Marines may always go in first, but mate, look close and you'll always see Seabees riding right alongside them. That was us. Going to play nice, mate, to the ammo and guns coming in from offshore.
When my grandchildren ask, Grandpa, what did you do in the big war? I'm just gonna answer, stevedore, son. On the swing shift, CB Special, under special conditions, battle conditions. That means I raised and lowered more big guns over more sides of big ships than the Japs had little flags. Just a small cog in the machinery, son. But we kept that machinery humming, swinging, son. The fastest boogie-woogie beat you ever heard.
We moved it for the Army, kept it trucking right along. FOB. We moved it for the Navy with a crane rope a mile long. FOB. Moved it all right up to Suribachi. FOB, LST, here we come.
Here we come.
Here they come. Here they come. Right into our laps. Here's where we landed, on the beaches between Suribachi and the cliffs. Beaches, did I say? Pardon me while I try to laugh. We rolled our heavy stuff right out of the LSTs and onto the boggiest black mud this side of quicksand, volcanic ash. Our incoming traffic was steadier than Sunday going to the beach back in the States. The wheels and tracks beat up the slippery beach even more. Those friendly guns do things to islands too, in more ways than one. Even our end tracks and ducks bogged down in the goo. Why, brother, a real duck with feathers couldn't have made it. When the machine's bogged down, what do? Right, you start moving the stuff with your muscles and the ache in your back. Some spots weren't so bad. Of course, one of our bulldozers always stands by, just in case worse comes to worse. And worse usually came to worse. No beach sand was ever like this before. There were times we were ready to change our moniker from Seabees to Sand Fleas. And that's that. Thanks, pal. All in the day's work. We finally licked the mud and sand with the good old magic carpets, hooked the planks of mast and matting together and rolled them out like a red plush runner. Made for landing fields, we used it for a different kind of landing field. And we landed what we had to land.
You're looking at one end of our water purifying system, partner. True as my name is Tex Abernathy, machinist made first. Yep. While the others were fighting the sand, my outfit fought the sea. Yeah, on dry land. Mighty dry land. We anchored our hoses in battle wreckage and pumped the brine right across Blue to Hell Beach. Our job was to squeeze water fitting to drink out of the salty Pacific. We were living like prairie dogs in gopher holes on the Mesa. But we had 30 distillation units going like hot oil gushers. Made good water, too. Up to 50,000 gallons a day, even before we got our freshwater wells drilled. What'd I do before I joined the Seabees? Why, I drilled oil wells down in Texas. Now, just call me Water Boy for frontliners. And they love it.
As the Marines pushed back the Japs, we pushed inland with them. I may have been green on invasions when I started, but I sure became a battle veteran fast. It was a long way from Prospect Park in Brooklyn, like being in the crater of the moon. No trees growing there, just Marines moving on powdery roads we made out of nothing. Everything dead and dusty, with Jap snipers hiding like rats in a million caves and holes. You had to keep your eyes open. Bulldozing a lava silt was easy, but the stuff was lousy with landmines. And the kind of cats we work with don't have 9 lives. Hit a mine or a dud and there ain't a meow left of the cat or a whisker of you. A safety trick was for a lookout man to stand on a dozer blade and probe anything that looked fishy. When we found one, we put up a sign. Living wasn't easy on Iwo Jima. You lived out of your hat, and I ain't kidding. Used it for everything, from a bath to a shave. A helmet can certainly help you live a clean life, from head to toesies. Tin cups come in handy too, when you got the time. But times what you ain't got much of. There are mountains to move, so you start shoveling. You're the guys who trained for this war, digging Boulder Dam and Macy's basement. Here, there's no contractor on your neck, no timekeeper, nah. Just the Army, Navy, Marines, and the Air Corps, all waiting for landing field. So it's chip away Mount Suribachi. Load the hot lava rock on trucks. Cover an airstrip with it. Spread Mount Suribachi around where it'll do some good. Sheepfoot it with a machinist's mate piloting a Navy rig. Pack it down. Smooth it down. Put the steam on it. We Seabees build other kinds of fields on Iwo Jima. Makes an old man out of you when you put in grave markers for so many of your good friends, good Marines, and good Seabees, good guys, swell guys. Pushes your heart up into your throat, the birth dates on some of those markers. Died 1945. Born 1925, 26, 27. Kids 19 and 18. In there with some great old timers. Old timers like John Bassaloni, Congressional Medal of Honor. A lot of good Johns that can do no more.
City limits, yes, sir. After we got the wells drilled, we had fresh water for everything. Built-in showers, even. Partner, a CB is a soldier in a sailor's uniform with Marine training that can make himself a civilian home anywhere. Can do covers a lot of ground. We'll be handy men to have around the house, especially on a Monday morning. Regular mother's helpers, that's us. Right in the shadow of Suribachi, we built ourselves a whole tent city. Even a regular kitchen. CB chow is tops, too. All the comforts of home, if you don't mind camp life. Any hungry dogface or leatherneck can always get a square meal in our chow line. Then then wash that beat-up mess kit in a really sanitary layout. For after-dinner entertainment, Sidewalk superintends some fancy construction work, too. Right now, we're building us some high-class life insurance. Yes, sir, an underground operating room for the medics. So if any of us are on the operating table during an air raid, the doc won't have to worry about flying shrapnel making extra incisions. Just watch what we do with reject strips of Marston matting, empty oil drums, some sandbags, and that powdery volcanic ash that makes Iwo Jima an island. A strong foundation. Four solid walls. Square beamed roof. Shingles are steel plate. Tarpaulin weather stripping. And sandbag thatching. Yes, sir. And as a final touch, we bulldoze the lava sand up all around our life insurance. Our policy is build it, then hide it. See that blade? That old boy driving it can do anything with it, except shave. And he's working on that. He's from Texas, too.
That's beer call. Good as pay call, or even, yeah, mail call. Sure, though beer will be warm and nearly all suds, but to a homesick GI, it's as good as a letter from home. Better nearly, 'cause, well, it's sort of the taste and smell of home, bringing back memories. That little nightclub where you used to take your wife. It's holding hands again across the table. Down the dusty hatch, mate. Here's to what lies ahead.
Ahead lies another island. Always another island of resistance. Okinawa. The timetable of the war in a few of our words. Can do, will do. Come to an island in ships. Lower away the magic boxes. Seabees on the move. Assignment, make a miracle. Move the whole war across the sea. Move it out of the whale-like mouths of landing craft. Move it up ramps and down ramps. Move the war forward over pontoon causeways. Move it over island after island. Move it over puddles of mud or blisters of coral. Move it through the storms that come from the sea, the typhoons, the monsoons, the hurricanes. Move it by making harbors of calm water. Dry dock the treacherous sand and the salty spray with highways of steel and chain. Keep the battle moving forward on dry spark plugs and wet pontoons. Conquer the wildest surf. Outfight the highest winds. It was a two-front war all over the world, all over the Pacific. Banzai charges and the elements, nature in the raw, and mud. Hear this now, future historians. Have some mud in your eye when you write of this war. It was an enemy. Write long, bitter chapters about us Seabees fighting thick, ugly mud. Cold rainwater and malaria. Mud. Waking up in it. Going to sleep in it. Say this of us. We knew mud intimately. When we died in it. Say this. The Seabees were the newest outfit in the Navy, serving with 60 different skills and trades in 60 battle stations. All in mud, sooner or later. But write that nothing could stop them. Neither hell nor high watery mud. Tell how they came to an island of mud, a half-sunken, war-torn atoll. With the skill of their hands, the cunning of their brains, and all the strength of their brawn, they bulldozed a highway to victory for the Army, the Navy, and the Marine Corps. Through mud. And, historian, add a footnote. Say when they left. After the war was won, they left each place a part of America. With ocean piers, 4-lane highways, airfields, cities, communication lines, power lines, water lines, sewer lines. They came as builders, these concrete workers, these plumbers, carpenters, electricians, these dynamiters, these road builders, and they built. They return home, not to put away their tools, but to go on building. In their hands, the hands that built this harbor at Okinawa to handle more cargo than the port of New York, is their promise of can-do. For future reference, historian, here is their war record. They came to each desert island and left it a city.